Alright, is this thing on? I think it is. I am quickly falling to my demise. We've got some Empyrion today. I have some game sound going, but I'm trying not to crash. Turning off the auto brake in Empyrion is pretty fun. Let's see. I'm just going to look to land here, and then I'll get this video hooked up, just making sure the sound works okay, and looking at the levels, and making sure that this isn't too awful loud. I'm going to... Okay, that's not too bad. And hopefully by now somebody will hear something and let me know if it's utter crap or not. I think I've forgotten to do only one thing so far, and that is switch over to the game in my ugly mug. Oh, let's see. Bring the voice up, is what you're saying? Volume up some. Okay. I can. How about this? Is that any better? I'm kind of mumbling as well. I'm a little shaky this morning.
Mumbler.
I am a mumbler. I am. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so the game balance should be good. Let's go ahead and get rid of this goat and try and find the right one. Is that it? That works. So I might get attacked from behind because the Kraken is free, as like we like to call it. When we got Gutter in here, we had her caged up for a little bit at night while we were sleeping so that she wouldn't get into stuff. And you know, it was a big. I'm not talking about a tiny little box or anything like that. It's a house she still sleeps in as a grown-up. So she was just chilling out in there overnight, and we wake up in the morning, and we had just seen the movie The Croods. If you haven't seen that movie, it's good, it's cute, it's funny, but there's a line in it, and they frequently say release the baby, and so, you know, because we had a kitten in a little box, we'd release the baby in the morning. Well, because there's two of these new ones, it's not really release the baby or release the babies, it's release the Kraken, because the two of them are hyper destructive together.
They're brothers.
They're brothers. Winchester boys. Yeah. They're pretty insane.
Sam and Dean.
Sam and Dean.
Moose and not Moose.
Moose and not Moose. Let's see, I've got to get rid of some stuff. I've been stockpiling. This is a survival game. You can do two different modes. You can do creative or you can do survival. And I am in a survival local, basically. Because someone won't build with me. Well, actually, and if Sarg was here, I'd be giving him stuff for it too. So it's okay. I understand. It's quite all right. But like I was saying, I want to run. I want to run on that dedicated server you're running, Hap. But like I say, the problem with it is that I built so much stuff in that on that server that it's kind of running a little clunky for me. Now, I understand that there's still a lot of optimization to go along with this game. I realize that that's going to get better. That's one of the things that if you go to the forums, I've been lurking them for a while. If you go to the forums, that's a reoccurring complaint, is that any multiplayer anything comes with an awful lot of lag once people have built large structures. Now, the structure that I built in on that server, which I'll probably go to, if you're gonna load up, because it's also funny to get server messages. I like the server messages coming up underneath there. I mean, honestly, dude, you're a laugh riot with that stuff. It's fantastic. It's gold. It's gold. So, and speaking of comedic gold, I have a little story to tell once some people get in here. Something that happened last night. A reason that this is considerably shorter. There's a good story to it, and yeah, it's good. I'm looking forward to telling it. And then if Sid comes around, there's a certain table story he's probably going to remind me. And some of you have heard it. You'll have to hear it again if you want to. If you don't want to, then that's okay. You don't have to. I won't force anyone. But yeah, that's so. There's a story behind this being considerably shorter right now. Yeah. So I've got a bunch of materials, and I should probably throw all of this stuff. I don't remember why I took it out of there. Okay. That doesn't rot. That I should eat. That stuff doesn't rot. And so yeah, with a survival game in Empyrion, this is still in its alpha state, and I've played. I think I counted up 11 different games that I have played in an alpha or beta state between either of those two. I think I've had my hands in at varying levels in playing a couple of alpha state games. Well, most of those 7 were beta, but this is one of like 3 alphas, and I couldn't think of the third one. I know I played Alpha Trove a little bit, but there was another one, and I can't think of the name of it. Oh well. But anyway, so I'm familiar with how things. At least a little familiar with how things work for alpha and beta state games, and why they do it, and what it accomplishes, things like that. So that said, there are a couple of things that are still a little rough in here, but man, it gets its hooks in you. At least it did in me. Especially if you like constructing things. And being able to do stuff with them. Another game that in the similar style that I really enjoy, but have yet to stream really, is Space Engineers. The only problem with that one is, and I haven't loaded up in a while, so there might be some more changes that I'm unaware of. But there wasn't a lot to do with the stuff that you built in there. It was really a construction sandbox. There were some hostile things in it that you can go and raid, but you're getting the stuff that you get from raiding other vessels is the same stuff that you're getting from just mining and building ships and stuff like that. Becomes rather painful. Because you're not getting anything special out of it, stuff that you can't create on your own. And if I'm going to take 4, 6, 8 hours or days to build a capital vessel, I'm not really that bothered to take it into combat, because repairing it is going to be interesting. Now, I have yet to grab some people, at least one other person, to try out some of the PvP style stuff in a creative map, because then you can just respawn a ship that's blueprinted, and you'd be able to throw it at one another. You can create scenarios in it, and basically set yourself up with like a first-person StarCraft map where you can just generate vessels and throw them at one another. You can remote pilot ships that have certain constructions, like cameras and stuff, that you can be able to see where you're flying and aiming and things like that. It's interesting, but you do have to kind of make your own fun in it. This one kind of bridges a little bit of a gap between a point-to-point adventure game, you know, like something like Skyrim that says, all right, go here, kill this guy, come back, get paid. You know, that kind of quest progression. This one doesn't really have that, but it's kind of in between Space Engineers and something like Skyrim. But you can build capital vessels and star bases and stuff like this. This is a station that I am, I don't know how many hours, but the last count that I had was something like 6,500 blocks built into it. So it's pretty, yeah. It has objectives, but you can ignore them. Indeed, yes. Well put. So this station, I've got a lot of hours into it, and I've got more hours into it than I should have into it because you know, Hap, as you're aware, I really blew it. I neglected to back up save several things in here, and I lost like, I think a total like 6 or 7 hours worth of construction. It hurt. It hurt a lot. So, but I've got a gravity generator on this, so I can walk around like normal. Unfortunately, I don't have any real structure built into it for lifts or anything. So if I just, you know, jump off of the side of this thing, I will plummet, and I don't really want to do that. It's an awful feeling. It really is. I can't even imagine what a real spacewalker goes through when they're out there. Because my goodness, yes, indeed, Jeebus saves, and I take my chances. And unfortunately, the chances bit me in the ass. Really did. And speaking of which, how about I click this? So one of the things that I really wanted to do while I was on the planet was grab a bunch of this stuff that I had down there already. I've got probably one of the greatest things in this game. In fact, I can show you what it is. I don't have the ability to build one right now, but it's this auto mining device. And when you have miner cores and you have a bunch of different kind of rare stuff to build them, you can construct an auto miner, and it does pretty much what it sounds like it's going to do, and it does a pretty efficient job of it. And you throw one of them down on an ore deposit, and you wait, you give it power, and you visit it frequently, and you will reap the benefits, because it's like I say, it's efficient. It's very efficient. I need to make food, and that is one thing that the survival game is going to have you doing. It's one of the things that you pretty much want to, you do it straight away, is you build yourself a garden, and you might have caught sight of it down there on the planet. I have a garden built at that little spawn point there, and then I've begun placing growing plots for a larger garden in here, but as you can see, this is all vented to space, and that would not be very smart of me to try and grow plants. What's up?
Can I tell you something I just learned?
Uh-oh, go for it.
You know when the doctor took Donna to Rome?
Doctor Who, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, doctor. And she tried to say Veni Vidi Vici to
Right,
people,
yeah.
and they didn't understand her.
Yeah.
She was pronouncing it wrong. In
Oh, no kidding.
all in original Latin, it was Veni Vidi Vici.
Oh, no kidding.
We're the ones pronouncing it wrong.
Oh, no kidding.
That's why nobody understood her.
It's like, oh, she's Gaelic. Wasn't that what they said? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand Gaelic or something like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I love Doctor Who. We're big fans. You know, if the screwdriver didn't give it away. Yeah. So there it is. Let's see here. What am I doing? These, you get, you know, power cells and stuff like that. The nice thing about the way that they structured, I think it's F3, gives you the skill tree that allows you to unlock all of this stuff, and I can unlock all of this stuff, so I'm gonna. Apparently, I haven't looked in here in a while. Furnace. That wouldn't be a bad idea to build one of those things. Let's see. I don't really need offline protection, but the points are there for it. You can eventually unlock all of this stuff, as I'm doing now, once you hit level 25. And I think there are points left over even when you get done buying everything, because it... oh, that'll be fun. I believe that they're still looking to add things. I mean, they've a lot of the... Since I picked up this game, they've added a lot of stuff to this, to the skill tree. So let's see here. Oh, one of the other things that I really wanted to bring up about another game. I'm not allowed to discuss specifics of it, but this is known outright that Dungeons 3 is in beta and will be released. I think the date that they have listed on Steam is October 13th, but they have a forum set up for it, and you're basically, if you buy the game, you're only allowed to discuss it there. We can't stream it yet, which sucks, but I posted something on there, and I got word back from one of the developers this morning that they are discussing releasing the NDA. It sounded like they were talking about releasing it, lifting the NDA before release. So, because he specifically mentioned the streamers would be able to stream it. So, fingers crossed that's sooner rather than later. I will be making a big deal of it once the once the NDA is lifted, I will be making a big deal about it, and so it might even come up during a day that I don't normally stream if they lift it before I'm normally gonna go on. I'm probably gonna go ahead and do a off normal. The game is released and you still can't talk about it. Exactly. Like, what? Come on. Yeah. I mean, I understand why companies do this, and this is, not specifically about Calypso and Dungeons 3, but every beta game that I've ever played, most of those have not had any kind of stipulation on it that you couldn't talk about it. Streaming it was something, like putting up videos or anything like that. The first rule of Dungeons 3 is no talking about Dungeons 3. Indeed. But yeah, that's something that I look at as, I understand why a company would want to do it, and specifically for Dungeons 3, I don't quite understand why. I mean, they're a month, and I mean, let's put it this way, they're less than 5 weeks out. Come on. But I think one of the reasons that they did it is because they brought this beta out right before they went to PAX. And just speculating here, they might have wanted that to be the place where people saw it first. I don't know. I can't speak for them. They haven't said anything as to why. Their prerogative. So, I will say the only thing that I was bummed about is that they didn't put that up anywhere until you bought the game. And it says, by downloading this, like, well, wait a minute. How could I agree to something without previously knowing about agreeing to it? It's like, that would have been nice to know beforehand. And that left a little bit of a foul taste in my mouth. I will be honest. So, Yeah, it's beta. You know, that means that there's a bunch of, and because it's releasing on consoles, it's in beta state. They're releasing it on consoles, so you know that a copy of the game is out there. They're also selling it on Steam as a pre-release, and you know that's probably one of the other reasons there's an NDA on it. If I've got to speculate, I would have to say it makes a lot of sense that that they'd want to do that to get people to buy into it rather than seeing it in a stream and then paying for it when I don't know. I'm like I say, this is all speculation. I'm just, you know, probably talking about it way more than I should, but this is not, I haven't discussed any game mechanics, I haven't shared any screens, I'm not streaming the game, you know, and to what extent, I'm not actually talking about the game, I'm talking about a non-entity. There you go. Maybe they don't want to spoil the jokes. Indeed, yeah, that's another thing. I gave that pause. I will admit. I thought, yeah, that, you know, there's a lot of gags in it. So, all right. So Empyrion. I'm running around here. I'm running around aimlessly, and I shouldn't be. I should be building something. So these 4 cylinders on the bottom of this this station, or what is the bottom of it so far. Okay. I had to rebuild these entirely, save for the physical structure, the outer cylinder. No windows or anything like that. It was just that solid structure. Because once I got one of these built, just the structure of it built, I thought, okay, I am going to save this because I want to be able to come back to it if I screw this up. I need a save point. And then I proceeded to copy that 3 times and build all of the stuff that you saw inside there. All the generators, the flooring, the elevators, all of that stuff. Painted them, the whole 9. And then I don't remember what, it was probably a cat, got me up from my chair, and apparently I had parked myself too close to one of those generators. And if you're not paying attention to the heat in the top right hand corner there, it'll kill you. And it was either, and I understand that this is purely, you know, all in my own head. I just didn't want that death to be listed on there. It's a survival game. I died, so there it was. Yep, I got cooked. I was a goose. So the, oh, coffee beans. That's 350 coffee beans. That's a lot of coffee beans. I'm going to have to, I forgot I have this game full screen windowed, so I can't see the bot window underneath. So we'll have to, I'm still going to have to adjust those. I did set back the times quite a bit for the mini games and stuff, so just so that they wouldn't get too spammy in here, and we can further adjust. Because there's a bunch of people that were here last time that have a pile of beans, which, you know, I don't think that's a problem, really, you know. Oh, but that was actually, you know what? That was a beta state for the bot, so you're not allowed to discuss anything that happened. Okay. So I'm going to throw these in here and get rid of them right away. I have a bunch of iron and stuff to build blocks, and what I am working on primarily is figuring out a structure for this entire base. And I've been kind of building this, you know, I've been figuring this out as I go along. But one of the things that I have plans to do, I want, NDA, nice. I want to do a pair of landing pads that will extend off of that will extend off of here. There's a weird thing. If you've played Trove for long enough, you'll know that the mouse will occasionally grab and yank to the right, yank to the left. It does that in this game too, and I'm not sure what the heck that is. But yeah, it becomes annoying at times, especially when painting. You got to be extra careful where you're pointing that thing. One of the things that I wanted to do was extend this out past that thing there. But yeah, basically want to create two large structures on either side of this. And when I say side, that means in orientation to the planet. So it's going to be, on this side here, and I'm just putting these down as markers. So, now one of the things that I would love it if they would do is give us a multi-tool that we can put on a craft. They already have drills that can go on a hovercraft or a capital vessel that you can use to mine ore. But Sargonis and I built some vehicles in Space Engineers that, man, I would love one of those in here right now. I built kind of like a modular construction device. The thing is crazy. I love that vehicle, and it basically has a welder on the front of it that will do what I'm doing now. It will place and weld and remove blocks, and it's nuts, and I love the thing. But you can't do that in here yet, if they are ever going to do something like that. I really hope they do, because it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So, I'm still unsure what I'm going to do with some of the space here, but I do want to extend some... I need to build a room at the bottom of this, but then I want to put, because one of the great things about this game, I love the amount of blocks that they allow you to build. There are cylinders for constructing different kinds of tubing and things like that. I thought they had a large curved one. I guess that. Because I know they have these thin ones. But to create, tubing and stuff like that, because you can paint all of them. You can texture the blocks and stuff. Yeah, it could be a lag sync issue. Indeed, I agree. Okay, so the nice thing about building in space is that it's pretty quick. Being able to fly around stuff like this is good. Fuzzy, how's it going? Yeah, I was hoping you'd show up, because I've got I've got a really funny story to tell. Something that happened yesterday, and if you hear cackling from the background, it's because my wife is listening, and yeah, they saw it. So we went over to Sarg's place for dinner last night, and he's got this really slick grill, and we were making bratwurst, and we had the grill going on his deck. He told me you'd show up. Well, yeah, you did, and you usually do what you say. So we're hanging out over there, and we brought charcoal, we got the grill lit up, and I was standing in his kitchen working on cutting up veg for it and stuff. And sorry, Hap. Yes, I know. I picked it up. Didn't start saying it until what's his face came to U.S. I understand. I get you. I know. I know. I'm a sucker. I did it too. So I'm cutting up peppers and onions for the brats, and Sarg and my wife are outside, and they come in, and it had started to drizzle a little bit, and he's got an amazing view at this place, so you can see like 360, just nothing but sky and mountains, and it's crazy. And so we see the storm coming in, and all right, I'm gonna just deal with it, no problem, we're all right, I'll be fine. And I just won't hold the pair of tongs way up above my head like this. And so I take the stuff out there, start cooking it, and it starts to rain. And I mean, it's really coming down like hell out there. And it's a pretty cold rain, which was not a lot of fun. But I stuck with it and was just making sure that everything. I'd run inside and drip and run back out and turn them over and drip. So it doesn't look like it's going to slow up anytime soon. And they're getting pretty, they got a good bark on them. And I thought, okay, they gotta come out. Sarg's like, dude, we should probably take them out because it doesn't look like it's going to clear up anytime soon. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do this thingy. So I go out there. Now, dumbass. One of the things that I did not do, I put a piece of aluminum foil over the grate because we didn't have a scraper thingy, and I just wanted to get it done, And so I wrapped it in aluminum foil. What I didn't think about was that I didn't poke any holes through this aluminum foil to let the drip through, okay? That's going to be important in a minute. So I open up the grill, and it's coming down like hell. And there's lightning all around. He lives on this little hill in this little place. It's awesome. Love this place. But he lives on this little hill, kind of out in the middle, with no trees around it. So I'm alive. Okay, I'm alive, clearly. But the aforementioned, why this had to be shaved, why this is considerably shorter than it was. It has a little curl to it. Did you notice it's kind of pointing sideways a little bit? It's like, hey, what's going on over there? Yeah. So I'm out there, and I'm like, Mother Nature is not being nice to me. So I open up the grill. I see I told you, eventually she'd hear the story and she'd cackle. She's listening to stuff on her headset, but there you go. I told you she would eventually hear me and start cackling. Now, this is a great thing because Sarg has this gigantic picture window, and I'm on the other side of it at the grill. The two of them are sitting at the table right on the other side of that window. They're like, if there was no physical window there, if it was just an opening, they could have poked me in the back. So I open up the grill. And Mother Nature is not being nice to me, and I'm holding metal tongs, and we're out in the middle of nowhere, and so I'm pulling all these things into a glass thing, into a baking dish, whatever it was. It was the first thing he could find. Hello, Mrs. Market. Fuzzy says hello.
Hello, number one.
Hello, number one. So I'm dropping these things, and we bought 2 packages of 5 of them. There's 10 of them. There's 3 of us. That's going to be important to the story later. So I'm tossing them in this thing, and I get down to the last 2 or 3 of them, and the whole time I'm chanting in my head, not even in my head, I think I was saying this out loud, Mom, please don't kill me, because, Mother Nature was not being nice to me. Mom, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. The sky lights up, a flash of lightning. It's way off in the distance, okay? Now, mind you, it's about as dark as the game right here. This is how dark, not black, but yeah, it's pretty dark. And this flash of lightning, right at that flash of lightning. Do you remember where in the story I said I forgot to poke holes through the aluminum? Well, this is just a flat, like, pan of sausage grease. right at that flash of lightning, which had nothing to do with what was going on in front of me. It happened miles away. But right at the point of that flash of light in the air, right, a couple of miles in front of me, the grease ignites. Now, it flared up, a good couple of feet. And so
yeah.
it took all of the hair off of this side of my arm. Flame on, Johnny Torch. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, I lit up like a Christmas tree. So it torched, like it singed a little bit. No skin. It didn't get any skin. It just took the hair, just like a little bit right off the top. Just, yeah. So this had to be trimmed. This had to be fixed. So I don't have the goat that I had before, but. And it's, hey, what's going on over there? But that's not all. So, of course, this scared the shit out of me. And I had one in the tongs. Okay? Because it went, whew, like, like, oh my God, fly, be free. And I remember thinking, I mean, I was fully cognizant of it going like a boomerang, flying through the air. Why does my bra smell like burning hair? Oh, delightful. So, oh my goodness. And so it goes flying through the air, and I remember thinking, right at the point of release, as it was spinning off, I'm thinking, well, at least there's 9 of them now. Because it would be an even number. It would divide evenly among the 3 of us. That there's now 9 of them left, and one is flying through the air with the greatest of ease. It lands on the porch, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't just leave it out here. And so I grab it with the tongs. I've got the thing in the one hand. I grab it with the tongs, and I haul ass inside. And I'm just, the whole way in, I'm like, please let them not have seen it. I go in there, and they're laughing their asses off. They're rolling around on the floor, and just laughing hysterically. I'm like, oh, crap, you saw that? Like, yeah, every minute of it. Oh. So that was good. That was fun. Then it stopped raining. I kid you not. Within 5 minutes it cleared up? It was gone?
Oh, maybe 5 minutes.
Maybe 5 minutes? Yeah, it was, by the time we finished eating, it was done. So the storm moved on, and we watched it from a distance. Oh my God, his view. Okay, stop it. So we watched it from a distance. We got to see the storm move off, and then his power went out. It was good. It was really good. If only the sausage had hit the window, just a big grease splotch. Yeah, that would have been priceless. And then you could have taken a picture of it with a little sausage splat on the wall. And Fuzz has tears in her eyes. It was awesome. It was good stuff. Oh, trying to take coffee directly into my lungs. So yeah, that was enjoyable. It was we had a good time. These elevators plant weird. Okay, so yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. We had a really good time. I didn't die. That was a good thing too. I guess that I didn't get struck by lightning. I suppose. I mean, some people have to have a hobby. Just one of those things. Coffee goes in the stomach. Yeah, coffee vape. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's what I need. That'd be delicious. Probably not something I need. Yeah, I'm gonna start huffing caffeine. Yeah, Just taking a bunch of grounds and burning them with a spoon. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's stupid. It's a joke, Bob. It's just a joke, Bob. Relax. How did these get here? So I'm trying to make this a little bit less thrown together. The one that I've got, built in that was horrible. I'm so sorry. The one I constructed on Hap server is a little bit more or less planned. A lot more or less. You needed to hear that story? Yes. This is good. Don't try this at home. Remember to poke holes in your aluminum foil. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid like me. Yeah, that was incredibly short-sighted, and I know better. And that's the worst part, is that I know better. That was completely avoidable. I was being an idiot. I only have 163 blocks left here. Okay, I don't have anything in there. And we'll go to our little mini constructor here. I've got so much of that. Iron is really what I've been hurting for. MP is like Trove in space. Yeah, it is a lot with way better textures and shapes, indeed. It is quite a bit. I'm using two separate constructors for this stuff, so that I can build material with one and break down ore with the other. Of course, I have a furnace now, so I should probably make room for that somewhere. With Empyrion, you have to survive. There are hostile things, but generally, I think they turned off the drone attacks for some reason, because I haven't been getting any of those. And I could have sworn it was something that was turned on by default, and I do not know where to find the YAML file, YAML, whatever it is. Not a game for you? Yeah. It's fun. I have a good time playing it. But it's pretty. That is one thing that does kind of go for it, you know. Let's see. I still have iron. And I'm going to need a lot more of those. Yes. Well, no, I'm not running this on my own server. It's just like a single player game. Yeah. Just using the Empyrion, no, it's, like, yeah, I think it's just a single player game. It works out you can set it up as a local. You can either load the game, or it gives you an option when you load it. You can set it up as a local game. Of course, I don't have any local participants. But like I say, dude, the only reason, seriously, the only reason that I am not on the dedicated is because I feel a little bit weird being the only one doing anything on it, and you're, you know, like, I know the computer would be on anyway, probably, but I don't know, I feel a little weird about it. Don't think you can do a YAML for that? Oh, okay. That's very possible. That's way above my pay grade. I'm not smart enough to go mucking about with that. But yeah, the block textures, I don't know if you caught that, or the like shapes and stuff like that. I don't know if you caught that one earlier. There's a bunch of different shapes to it. And then there is a texture gun that you can use to paint blocks either one side, just the facing you're pointing at, or you can apply it to whole block. They've got a bunch of different textures. They've added more recently, like this one's a newer one. And then symbols and different things like rust, algae, or whatever the heck that's supposed to be, corrosion. And then you can apply these over the top of these, which is really nice. Haven't felt like building anything. I don't blame you. I really don't. Yeah, it's getting it. It's like in Trove for me. I need a motivation. I need to be. There needs to be something that I'm working towards. That, yeah, like and unfortunately, I've as I've admitted several times, without a significant club update to Trove, and with them adding in the target destruction minimap and not supporting it yet after to repair the problems that unfortunately make it unplayable. And it's not, it's not a slight against them. I'm not trying to speak in ultimates, but it really is, because you can't reliably hit a target. And if the entire point is to hit a target, that does kind of make it unplayable. But that really deflated me. I've got to be honest. And I understand that they had to put it in the game because they couldn't divorce it from a patch. But it's something that they should revisit sooner rather than later. And not that anybody's asking for it but me, but to have something in the game like that that could be utilized but is broken, that's rough. I really have to organize all this crap. Oh my goodness, yeah. Because it's too much. But yeah, that's what Trove, one of the things that Trove could have done was given something like this. Now granted, Trove has a lot more colors than this, which I appreciate. And I'm hopeful that that Empyrion will do the same. Will add a significant amount of color variation to the game. But like I've said, this is in alpha state, and when I think about that and how well polished this game is in its alpha state, as long as they keep with it, it can only get better. I mean, it is really, really fantastic. Oh, I'm falling. Let's see. So there are. You're gonna pop out. You need to do something yourself. You've been watching streams too long. See, you wasted all of your stream watching on some other popular guy, and you're gonna leave me alone out here. You're gonna leave me alone with Hap? Oh, hi Hap. Sorry, I didn't mean anything, but. But yeah, I completely understand the requirement for motivation to build something in a game like this. It requires it. And most of the structure, I haven't armored it. The only thing that I did, just because I think that it looks cool as a texture contrast, is having the power. You've gone seedless. Fuzz, before you go, hang on. Oops, wrong button. Hang on a second. Before you take off, my mouse. There we go. Before you take off, holy hell, let's see. Can I do this? Dang it, this is taking me too long. Sorry. Hang on. Yeah, it does. Yeah. See, there you go. Now that's something to do. Just for fun. Because you have coffee beans, don't you? Actually, I can find that out. Ah. Yeah, Fuzz got 19 beans. One. You're such a big spender. Nice. You gotta get some coffee beans. See, that's a good reason to hang out here, is, you know, you gotta get coffee beans. We kind of had a coffee bean palooza the last time. It was kind of nuts. You misclicked. Oh, bummer. Well, at least I know it works on a phone. That's pretty good. Okay. Oop. I made a sketch of what I wanted this whole thing to look like, and then I pretty well derailed myself from it because, you know how you were talking about the, you know, the creativity, needing the motivation. Casualties have fallen. Oh, woohoo! Oh, I'm on your TV? Oh, that's cool. I'm on TV. That's awesome.
You're on TV.
Yeah, Fuzz has the stream on her TV.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Okay, so let me put a bunch of this stuff away here because I'm lacking space. And I have too much stuff. And I need... Dun, dun, dun. You can never get your TV to stream Twitch. Bah. We have a Roku TV. I need to figure out if... I think that'll do it. Oh, it's not built in. Mm-hmm. See, and there's like a trick to ours, and I've never figured it out. Amazon Fire? Oh, cool. That's pretty nice. They had a commercial on TV for that with Gary Busey that was really funny. Hello, pants. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but oh my god. Pretty funny stuff. Let's see. I needed blocks. See, the difference with this, Fuzz, is that you can, when you build stuff, you can actually use it. I've got a drill thing down on the planet that you can use to bore holes through the earth. It's really fun. Of course, you know, I mean, if it's not your style of game to build stuff like this, then it's simply not going to be your style to build stuff. But they do have a shooty element to it. It's real basic so far, but it's still pretty fun. Oh, you don't have the app. Ah. All that stuff seems so confusing to me. Oh, let's put that in there since I have a bunch of these now. Okay. It's very difficult to run out of oxygen, which is nice, but it doesn't lend itself to the survival thing very much. Sandbox games aren't really your thing. I understand that. I do. Totally. But so there's going to be two large platforms that are going to be sticking off the sides, this side and then the other side. But I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about building those yet. I might just extend this this bit upward like this. Since it already kind of is carrying that format. And make sure that I don't... Oh wow, I did put it on the same line. Nice. Okay. There is a mirror build function, but I don't think it works in survival mode. Oh, there's killing and destruction. It's you can, like, for instance, well, here, how about this? You want killing and destruction? I'm gonna back this up because, and I know I'm gonna blow it a couple of times, so I'm gonna back it up several, and then I'm gonna go fly at that carrier over there, just for you, Fuzz. Say that there's no killing and destruction. I'm gonna go and punch a couple of holes in that carrier. Oh, have fun. Don't get run over. I'm going to still fly near this. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Fuzz. Have a good evening. Well, you know where I am if you get bored. I'll be here. So there should be a carrier. Yeah, right over here. Oh, ow. See, and then it sends out drones at you. Oh, ow. Oh, totally missed. Ow. Oh, they weren't reloaded. What's the bottom of this thing look like? Oh! Hello. Galactica sends out fighters. Yep, indeed. Gotta dock. Oh! Oh, this isn't solid? Whoops. Interesting. Wow. Those things take a lot of damage. Either that or I cannot blow that up. Interesting. I don't think they exist, because my ship would be torn apart right now. Oh, well, that drone is real. There we go. One of them at least. Something just blew up on my ship. Oh. But yeah, I can go right through it. That's interesting. here's a question. Can I get out of this and go blow that thing up without getting shot by the drones? Welcome aboard. Well, thank you. Ugh. The vessel is moving on top of it, so... Okay, that's interesting. I can't move past that. There's a... seems to be a block in the way. Yeah, I think this construction is a little messed up. I'm getting that one. Interesting. Let's see what I can raid from it. Got so many suits of medium armor, it's not even funny. Now, one of the things that I'm a little worried about is that the last time I did something like this, I got a warning that the ship was going to self-destruct, and yeah, so I'm a little concerned that that might be going in the background. Who knows? We'll find out. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Take the iron. Got so much of that. That's okay. Okay, I can make those. Nothing fantastic in here. Okay. Tiny ship with a holographic flight deck to look impressive. Yes, indeed. That part is solid. I don't understand. Oh, there's writing on the bridge console? Oh, no kidding. Welcome aboard, Captain. Interesting. Let's see. Outer space invasion. Heh, that's cool. Uh-oh, they're blowing something up. I bet you they're blowing up my ship. Oh no. Oh, wrong turn. I went the wrong way. Yeah, they're carving my ship up there. Oh, whoa, 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 ow. Dope. Ow. Nope, that's it. I'm gonna get shot. Ow. Oh yeah, they carved holes in my ship. Terrible holes. It won't run anymore. That thing is dead in the water. They carved it straight through to the core. Yep. Ow. Okay, but see, this is why we have the option to save it. You're laughing. Excellent. Shaw, how's it going? You can laugh. Go for it. Yeah, see if you can come in here and switch it to a local co-op game, and do it that way. I have a lot of backup files, as you can see. I've been doing this on the regular now because I do not want to lose multiple hours of work anymore. How you doing today, Shot? What you up to? Okay, I don't remember exactly where I was going with this. I don't think that'll... Yeah, I'm just going to do it like that. Alright, let me get, got a camera for a moment here, but I will still be here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm gone. There we go. Deleting the backups for the server weekly, just keeping the last 2 weeks. That's fine, yeah. Go. Oh, yeah. Boom. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Good, but you won't be able to stay too long because you have a special course in another city. You need to wake up at 5 a.m. Blah. Ooh, lovely. That's excellent. But at least, you know, I mean, education is good. It sucks that you got to get up at 5 something for, or at 5 o'clock in the morning for it, but whoo, laying it out there, huh? All right. I'll jump in on that. Why not? Indeed. Laying down the beans. Okay, I know I've got a bunch of blocks up here being constructed, so basically what I've been doing with this whole thing is getting a structure built with this with these basically this power station underneath it. I built this in because I had a very specific idea of what I wanted it to look like, and it came out pretty good. Oh, bah. See, you should have gone high roller. And there you go. Booyah. So, and I'm planning on putting in deco and stuff into this. It's not just going to be a plain, plain room. I still need light in here and so on. But I think it came out pretty well so far. I like the general feel of the walls and stuff like that. It feels like a power station to me. So I'm gonna leave that go. And I've kind of had an idea of building a room underneath it to have tubes like this coming off of the bottom of them. The only thing is, I could have sworn that they had a large curve for this, but I am apparently wrong because they've only got these. But I could use those. I'm shocked that they don't have, because they've got a four-way connector for these ones, but then they've got a T intersection for these ones, but not more than that, which kind of sucks. But oh well. Lowest risker always loses. No, I don't think so. I think that is generated pretty randomly. It's because in the settings for the bot, for the minigame specifically, you can set it up so that what percentages it gives certain levels of people. And I figure I'm gonna do some stuff with that as we progress, because I still need to really, learn what a good average is. I mean, obviously, I don't necessarily have any point to them other. Oh, you were just messing. Okay. Yeah, I just, anybody their name starts with an H, they pretty much, they're always going to lose. But yeah, I figured I'd run like conduit type stuff through the sides of this. Because then you can take that texture tool that I've got there and make, let's see, what would be a good. But yeah, I can see what get a whole structure for it built before. There we go. Before I paint it, get the where I want the path to go for all of these. Then I can see what the straight ones are going to look like and all that, and get a texture that works for all of it. But I'm going to leave those there. My primary concern is getting an overall structure. Story of your life. Don't get an overall structure built. And the bottom of this, I think, I don't know, I might actually just taper it off there and drop some antenna type things off of the bottom of it, and leave it like that, and then build these pods off of the side for my landing bays that I want to do. Let's see if where this crosses with this floor. Oh, perfect. But I don't want to do that yet, really. I'm trying to fill in as little as possible because I do not want to I need to figure out how I'm going to come down through these things. I'd like to put in stairs and an elevator just for the heck of it. Maybe wrap the stairs around the elevator just for something fun to do. But these should extend out pretty far. Probably should have been counting. Dope. So I'm planning on building basically a truss block frame over the whole thing. You know, your typical space yard looking kind of thing. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I think it looks cool. In fact, I had, let's see, I don't know, I don't think I saved it, but I'm pretty sure I can find it. Because I know I've seen a couple of them that I should try and build DS9. That'd be interesting. Dang it, now that I want one, I can't find a picture of it. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I suppose something like this. In creative mode, you get unlimited resources. I think that's the case. I should try building something, or try doing that, starting up a creative game and just going nuts with it. But yeah, kind of going for something like that. I just put the link up in chat there. This is going to get shaved down. I don't want that sticking out like that. Let's see. That should be big enough. And it'll be longer than the base too, so it'll be pretty large. 2, 3. Let's go for that, and that'll make it 35 blocks off of this here. And that extends outward by 2. Okay. And it just extends out from that floor. Okay. So I have a marker to be able to work from 35 blocks out from the edge. But it extends out by 2 like that. Okay. Yeah, I better make sure that I didn't just screw that up. Because I started counting from here when I counted it, and then it comes out by 2. Okay. So I should have it right. And I'll finish building it, and it'll be 1 block off. It'll drive me crazy. That's 1 right there. Oop. Alright, so more than likely that is all going to get built up, and I'm not sure where I'm going to put that. I still have a bunch of stuff in here. I do. Dope. Okay, I've got too much of this stuff. And not enough tomatoes. Okay. Oh yes. In fact, how much stuff do I have? Okay. I will throw that back in here. If it'll let me. Okay. And then let's toss this stuff in here because I've got a bunch of auto miners on the planet that should probably get reined in, as well as some plants down there, and I do not want to run out of food. It's always a bad thing. And they added a way to turn on and off the auto brake, so you can set your point of set your direction, get going at speed, and then turn off the brake and coast right on in. Kind of like in space. Yeah, indeed. Yay, food, glorious. Oh. Sweet. Forgot. Let's see. I need to turn that off before it gets brighter than hell. Okay. Go over here. I'm pretty sure that I have a ore deposit over here with a drone mining. And then what I usually do, because I've got the SV outfitted with a constructor, usually set that thing to start ripping apart the ore while I'm gathering everything, and that way I keep everything moving along. Actually, I'm just going to grab the iron. So I have three miners working on iron right now. So I'm going to grab them and leave the cobalt, copper, and silicon because I've got so much of it on that station right now. I don't think I need to add more to it. It's just going to take up space at the moment. Plus, it'll still work. It'll gather whether I'm involved with it or not. So it'll take a while to fill up. Low grav planet, yeah. No, I've actually got the jump pack on. I would like a low grav planet though. That'd be fun. Ooh, nope. No, wait. Yeah, that's the carrier. I don't want to go near that. It's about as hard to land as a Titan or a cargo bob. In this fridge. Oh, camera is off indeed. Actually, you know what? Let me use this opportunity to run to the head real quick. I will be back, get a stretch, and yeah, I'll put up my coffee sign just so that it's... Ooh, do I even have one? Haha. I don't. I don't even have a coffee sign. I have an idea. Good idea indeed. Of course it's a good idea. There we go. How's that? Alright, so as the sign says, I will be right back. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. What are we gonna go in here? Ooh, that can go in here. I like having these large fusion cells. They tend to power those drones for a long time. So, I think I've got plenty of water in here. those. And let's see. I should make a bunch of those actually, because I've got tons of that stuff. Up to the... okay. Just make up a bunch of that stuff. So at least if I run out of the long-term perishables, I'll have those to back me up. I also have a ton of emergency rations, just in case it comes down to that. I've raided quite a few places that had a bunch of them, so it was good. Oh, and one of the other things that I really need a lot of are trust blocks. There we go. I keep coming down here, almost like I really want to finish that off. Let's see. How far up is that? Oh yeah, I can shave a lot off of the top of this. I just don't want it sticking out that far and up that high. And this would do, let's see, that would leave me, yeah, that leaves me 2 spaces. So what I'm thinking is I'll build a couple little rooms on the sides of this and then have it extend out to the docks on both sides. And that'll come up one above that floor. Okay. Oh yeah. I should turn this back on. Okay, now you can see my ugly mug again. Alright, so I've got, I didn't build that up. Okay, but I know that this goes out to here, so it'll be good. And I figure I need to figure out how to airlock that to this, and just so that it has a divide. And I like to, even though all of the doors are their own airlocks, I like to have some kind of separation between, more than just one door between space and all of my plants dying. I don't think anything's going to attack it, but I'm still a little bit leery. Basically what I need to do is I need to figure out where I'm going to have the whole thing kind of arch above, but I just need to figure out where. So why don't I do this? It's definitely going to go higher than this, but I can at least use it to frame. Oop. And these blocks tend to, they break quickly, so generally I'll set up a structure with them, and then either, one of the fantastic things, you can upgrade. So if I want all of this to be armored, as long as I'm carrying the proper materials to upgrade whatever it is I'm looking to do, it'll upgrade them to hardened and then combat if it's a base. Or a CV, yeah. Okay, so it is going to go taller than that. how much this is from that edge. Okay, let's put one more. Keep it odd. And it will probably extend further than this edge too, but is there a cat at the door?
I don't know, that just came flying over here.
Oh.
I'm assuming there was a cat in the door.
Nice. Okay.
That's our ghost time.
Okay, I believe, just for structure's sake, okay, that is that tall. Good, good, good. So, let's knock the top one off of this. And, actually, no. Let's leave the center one because that'll make for an attachment point, just so that it's not all connected with truss. And I'm gonna just kind of eyeball this downward. Let's see. So that actually, pretty much right there, is going to be the overall shape of it, I think. Oh look, a book of 1,000 cat toys. Uh-oh. My wife is throwing crumpled up paper underneath the door. Oh, there's one of them. Eventually they'll get brave enough. Whoop, that scared the crap out of him. Okay, so I made this one 3, 2, 1, and 1 down. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go and grab a little bit more oxygen. I happen, usually in this is a very good idea that when you notice that your vital statistics are running a little lower, go ahead and fix it. We have plenty of stuff, so I should be good. Okay, then the other thing I'm going to need a lot of is lights. Now the other question is, should that be moved out? I don't know. Thinking about it. Because that does come right up to this, damn near to this wall. And this is, I'm intending on making this all, yeah, I'm going to leave it here so that you can get a good view of a ship sitting there. Thinking that I'm going to make most of a frame out of solid blocks for this. Unfortunately, you can only put one repair bay, one repair block in a base or in a CV capital vessel. Otherwise, I'd put both of them, but I'll make one of them as a repair bay and the other one just as a general use landing pad, dock, or whatever. It basically needs a solid rib cage. See how that distance goes. And I just built it, what was it, 2 full lengths of the allowed 11. I think it, nope, that doesn't work. There we go. And those should be even because it allows you to build 11 in a row. So. Let's do I think I have some lights. A few of them left anyway. Oh yeah, wow, okay, cool. I still have to put in a bunch of plants, but I need to seal that. Maybe I should do that next. Maybe I should make it a focus to, now that I have most of the general structure built around what's going to be the garden, I can block all of this in, get air into it. Okay. Truss blocks. and then basically build a rib cage around this that contains the truss blocks like that. The nice thing about this is that I could come in here and do a sloped joiner for all of these if I want to. Certainly wouldn't be a bad idea so that nothing comes along and blows it up and sets it free. Plus, it's, you know, structurally sound. It, you know, to be architecturally correct, or I don't know. I think I also want to curve the bottom of that in so that it kind of sweeps in a little bit, and I can put a light underneath. Not a bad idea. I think that'll do. I don't know, maybe just curve the inside. Leave this out a bit. So it just looks too thick in some places. Let's see how this looks. Kaiser, how's it going, dude? Haven't seen you in a bit. What you been up to? Whoa. Oh, on art contest? Oh, no kidding. What did I make this? Follow the pattern behind you. Ta-da. Oh, the Dragon Fest one? Oh, nice. Oh. That mouse grabbing is not fun. This part I'm not sure of here. Okay, it extends one below before it goes sideways. Having one of the new dragons, yeah, they are pretty wild looking. That is excellent. Congratulations. That's awesome. I don't remember what I did. Okay. 2 and then 4 and then another 4. Nope. What did I do? Okay, no. That one is the right one. This one's the wrong one. So I'm leaving a gap of 3 between them. You're sitting right off of camera, aren't you? Possum is in there on the rug. Yep. Okay. And then the one there. Yeah, I keep getting these little spikes and they drag my mouse sideways. Rather bothersome at times. Lawn security, yeah. Let's see, last week, Smeeshi and DS helped me set up a new bot for my channel, and you should be able to do this. We're still adjusting the numbers and stuff. There's going to be little benefits to it. There's games that the coffee beans go toward, and you can type that in. Let's see. Got a little. I think I'm coming down with something now. My throat's a little scratchy. Let's see. Where is my little bot here? Yeah, we're. I've finally taken the plunge into AnkBot, and it's a fun little thing. There's, my goodness,
you can see Not Moose.
Not Moose.
Hi, Sammy.
Awesome. You're camouflaged with a bed. Camouflaged, you know. They're still getting used to things. Come here. Awesome. We are deferalizing them. You had a feeling the currency would be coffee or lawn related. Yeah. So are you familiar with the with AnkBot at all from other streams? Because I know that there are a couple of Trove streamers that use it. That's how they talked me into it. Because I know the people that they refer to. You know, what's Mana? don't know why. Okay. He's going under the bed.
They're looking for each other.
Ah, I see. But you can do, let's see, how about this? I think, if you do, what do I have set up on here? I've got the mini games thing that I've got enough stuff here. Oops. Just need to make sure that I do not starve or suffocate to death. And if you type in I gotta change that around. Heist, duel, and boss. And then there's free for all as well. I think I've got that one set up as set that up too. Yep. You got 3 out of 4. And there's the free for all, which we didn't do last time. And I think that's just like a mass combatant type of deal. Wow. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, laying down the coffee beans. Oh yeah. I'm still going to be fidgeting with the numbers and stuff like that, so it'll get it'll get interesting, I think. There's always got to be one. Alright, so I need to add 2 onto the end of the other one, this one over here. And I need to copy this, because I like to, if I'm going to build, you know, a symmetrical structure, I like to build both sides as I go. That way they don't end up being different. Wait. Got that wrong in my head. Hang on. I have casualties. Oh, and I'm the only one that made it out with beans. Dude, that sucks. Hap, you've got really, like, you got bad luck on those runs, man. It's rigged. Okay, so I've got 5 here, then another 5 showing, and then 3, then 2, then 1. Okay. 5, 5, 3, 2. Just make sure that this is on the right level. Yep, okay. Nope, that's too long. That's not right, I don't think. Maybe. Yep, that's good. Because that's, let me make sure that this measurement is right, and then we'll proceed. Yep, we're good. Dun, dun, dun. 5, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1. Thank you. Nope. Did it again. do that one wrong? Three, two, one and down. Okay, yeah, that's right. Because that intersected with the end of that. Okay, we're good. It's good. Or I can just, you know, turn off the pack and float through space. Or not, because there's a gravity generator there. How does the generator reach out to the farthest point of this? Let's see. Do we fall or drift? We drift. Hurtling into space. That's always fun, right? No? No, that would make me vomit. Thankfully, we can set up a couple of gravity generators in a couple of different places to extend the range. I'm going to float inward and find out where gravity ends. There we go. So gravity comes up to, well, just about half of it. That's that is kind of convenient, isn't it? All right. It's getting late. Alrighty, Shah. You have yourself a good evening. Have fun with your class tomorrow, and I would say enjoy waking up at 5 o'clock, but that's brutal. I'm sorry you have to do that. Let's see. Let's see here. What am I doing? Yeah, I need to get that. I think I need to get that garden running before I worry too much. At least I've got that marked out and what I'm going to do with that. But now I think I should plant things in here. But unfortunately, no. You know what? I think what I'm going to do instead is take advantage of the fact that I have oxygen down on the planet. That is a lot of area to seal. Indeed it is. So what I'm going to do instead is go back to where the conditions are beautiful. That should be good. I should be able to put together something decent with 29 plots. Okay. 7. Okay, that's good. I'll just munch a couple of these before I leaves. And then it would be good to take along plants. I've got 4 pumpkin plants down there. I've got a bunch of durian. Tomatoes, definitely need tomatoes. If I didn't take this, I wouldn't be true to myself. The rest of the stuff don't really need. Wait a minute. One thing that I do absolutely need is grow lights. Where are they? Okay. Most of this stuff I can leave here. No, I'm going to keep the truss blocks with me. And I can get rid of those. don't have enough plots to require 10 plant lights, so we'll take it as it goes. So I've got plants, I've got the growing plots. Should be good. I'm going to trade this for this. And I think we're good. Alright. Usually I turn the thrusters off in the vehicle because it'll just sit there and siphon energy off the tanks. Oh. Sit back and relax, let the autopilot take control. On my way over there I'll stop and on my way out I'll pick up the materials, because that way it'll generate more of them while I'm doing this. The game pretty much changes when you get the ability to build a couple of mining drones. That those are critical to survival. So I've got the truss blocks to be able to hold up the lights. I need my drill. To flatten this out, because I think, oh, maybe I'll go this way with it. See what happens when you get near water. Okay. Then you get this handy thing that you can do connected. When you connect things like this, it syncs up with the building so that you can build separately, but it'll be on the same grid. Like I can, now that I've got that connect to set up, I can start building something over there and it will line up perfectly with this and feed power to it. It's, I guess, assumed that invisible cables are running through everything. Okay, I need to pull that off of there, and I need to pull that off of there. And that's what these truss blocks are for. So make sure everything is, oh, synced up there. Okay. That one is poorly placed. I think I can get, because I know I can get another row on that one. Alrighty, man, have fun. Well, poor choice of words. Okay, what do we got here? That is connected, because I do not want to lose it. Whoop, I forgot there's a hole there. don't want to delete. So if I set this up here, then I can put a light on that one. Take that one back. And let's just go ahead and tie. So that's going to come off of there. Yeah. Burn it up. Oh, there's the generator right underneath that. No wonder I'm taking damage. Alright, so if I put this back to this one. Yeah. Keep on space trucking. Take care, man. Throw this in here. And then what I would really like to do oh, because it's a plant. That's weird. Oh, I'll put this here. Uh-oh. What just happened? What did I miss?
Oh, possum did a pirouette.
Oh.
You did? I saw you, precious. I saw you. Now he's walking around like a...
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. You didn't see me do anything. Can't prove anything. Okay. Let's put those underneath there to support it. And then we'll get some more plants put up here. I think I have one more wheat, not wheat, plant fiber plant here. Ugh. Keep falling down that hole. I'm going to take up a couple of these durians because I've caught up to where I've got one up there. That'd be 5 of them. I need to throw down another tomato and pumpkin. Got 4 of those. Only 3 of those. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. That way I can, because it takes an even amount of those to create those the vegetable canned vegetables that are pretty sustainable. If I have an even amount of them, then you know they don't take up odd stacks in my various inventories. But I've got a whole plot over here that I can that one. Because those are pretty handy to have around. Corn is definitely good. Interesting. Let's see. I don't know if that is visible. Let's see. Awesome. Yep. He's right there. That's boom. What you got, buddy? He's turning into a cat house. Okay, so I need a little bit more of that. And another one of those. I still have, oh, that's, okay, that's where that other durian is. And then I think I'm going to go this way with it. Sargonas! Dude, what's up? So, unfortunately, Hap had to take off. Shaw had to take off early. Fuzz had to take off early. So... unless I've got a lurker, I think it's just you and me, bro. Kaiser might still be lurking in the background. I haven't heard anything from him in a little bit. But, let's see. Let me find... that, and let's see. I just gave you some coffee beans for you to be able to do this. Check it out. If you type in heist and a number, like this, yeah. Ow. That should work. Didn't it work? Oh, there we go. Now it worked. I'm still messing with all the numbers and stuff of that for purposes of figuring out what what I'm gonna do with it, and specifically, is there anything that I really need to what I need to do to balance it. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Now, oh no, hopefully those don't die. Oh, please don't die while I figured out that I forgot to put a light up here. Live you plants. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so that one's lit. That one's lit. So what are you up to, man? Oh, that was too much. Too much weight. Okay. That's why I like building in space. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so this time what I'm going to do is... Oh. Ah. Yeah, since you're out early, if you, I don't know, felt like joining in something, I'm more than willing to change up. That's a neat thing about this. One of the other neat things about this bot is that you can switch between. I can do title and game and all that stuff right from the bot. I don't have to muck with it on the Twitch end. It's all integrated. Alright, so there we go. Extended garden finished. That works. Oh. I was going to seal in. Oh, you haven't seen the base. Let me go up there while the delay is going on. Oops. Helps when you turn on the engines. Make sure I've got enough room for this. I do not. Okay. Make sure that these plants aren't ready to harvest. Aha, excellent. Cool. Then I can go and grab up all the resources that... Yeah, I've got enough on the surface. They'll just go. Screw it. No. Let's stay away from that thing. Wow, I passed way too close to that. Thanks. One thing I'm hoping for in here is diagonally positioned doors. That would be really super nice. Uh-oh. Oxygen's a good thing. So this is the base as it sits. Ooh, there's a cat up there. Heyo, how's it going? This is what I've got so far on the station here. It's gonna look like a bat when it's done. But it's gonna have two of those giant, it's gonna have a landing bay in here, but also like a construction yard kind of thing. I just finished planting a larger garden down on the planet because I was starting to run out of food. I was thinking that I could make it long enough to finish at least the garden level of this, but nope, probably not. So, planning ahead. Here, try this again. See if it'll work. Oh, 2 minutes. Well, that's okay. You can actually do this one. Oh, that one still has a cooldown. Damn it. That's the new bot that that Smishi and DS helped me set up. If you type in these commands, there you go. It should take. Oh. Yes, dope. There we go. Have it. Dun dun. Hap is still undefeated. Bitch. Okay, let's see. Where is that? And I think, let me set that back to 50 there, just so you can mess with it. Because if you do this, this allows you to gamble. Basically, you can put in any number up to, I think, up to 50. It's just little mini games that it does based on, you know, time and currency and stuff like that. Something cute to make the channel a little bit more interactive. Yeah. And you can set all that stuff up to go too. I mean, it lets you type in whatever you want for it. This is this is a space station in my own single game. You know, like most of the ones that we've done here. It's going to be a space station with landing / construction yard type things going on with it. It should be good. The only thing I'm thinking is that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the top of it yet, but it's, you know, basically that's the bays for the CV that I'll eventually build. So yeah, it should be good. But you know, speaking of or what are your plans? Because I don't know if you'd said anything about that. Because I can always change it up or call it early, you know, whatever. I've got there's not a lot of draw, and I do understand, but I also don't understand based on the quality of this particular alpha. It's really good. As the mouse yanks around on me. Dope. But yeah, Hap was saying earlier that he would get into it more if it weren't for the fact that he's kind of lacking in ambition to build stuff in here. And I know similar for you as well. And I certainly don't slight anyone for that. Because I've taken this in stages as well. You know, I get in and out of motivation to build. There should still be a bunch of stuff on the UI. Yeah, it's hey, at least the UI in this is nowhere near as bad as it is in GTA. I mean, you know. But yes, it is rough. It is very rough. The spinning blocks, you know, getting the way that you orient a block like this. I get that this whole system is a little weird. I've gotten used to it, but I still, you know, flub where I'm trying to put them there. But yeah, and see the UI in Space Engineers is fantastic. It really is. So, and as we've said multiple times, if a lot of the elements in Space Engineers were available in this and or vice versa, so good. What are you cats doing? We've got kittens in here. No plans, huh? Well, we could always, I don't know, if you feel like doing something, then I'm more than happy to. Either stream or not, whichever way. Now that you have power, your big plans to play video games, yeah, that sucks that it took so long for it to come back on, dude. That's balls. That is really, that's bad. Jeez. Let's see. Hopefully this will work and not hijack. And not get hijacked by it. Okay, it's going to make me close that first. Oh, let's see. Let's see if this works this time. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's giving me no root. Okay. Voice connected, but it's not coming up. That's weird. Very strange, very strange. Why is that not working? Because I know you have a couple of addictions going on right now, and I don't want to drag you away from any of them. Yeah, this thing is getting pretty large. I did do something with the bottom of it. I was kind of working on structure. Now I'm starting to put some of the form into it. Your FTL addiction? Oh no. Oh, that sucks. You got cacked right near the end. Ugh, that sucks. Faster than light. Ah, I gotcha. They were all pain in the ass. Nice. I wonder how many blocks this has in it. I can actually look that up by pointing at it, and let's see. Statistics. Block count 8,400. Goodness. That's pretty heavy. Yeah, it's you know, it's almost a full stack in Trove. Cool. We can it seems like I'm having some kind of issue with Discord, that it's not wanting me to okay, it's transmitting your beautiful voice. Okay. How about default? Does that work? There we go. I think that works. Hopefully I'm not getting a horrible echo on the stream, because that would be unfortunate. Thankfully, I think the newer version of OBS solved that problem. So what I can do is grab a couple of these so that I don't die the next time I log in. Oh. Well, it would be GTA or what? Because I mean, I haven't actually spent much time in GTA recently, but I have a bunch of new toys. That's one thing going for. At least I have a bunch of new toys. Something to spice up contact missions. Why not? Okay. So now here's a question: do you want to do on stream, or should I just, you know, kind of cut this short, and that way we can do what we do and not have to worry about things that we say? Well, I think if I had more people in here to stream it too, I'd be more than happy. So I think you know, just because I didn't draw a whole heck of a lot of people, I've got to switch up some hours. Technically, I'm about to lose half my audience. Right, exactly. So, indeed. But I haven't seen anybody speak in here in a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. But that way, I'm thinking about changing up some hours and stuff like that, and grouping the days, or even like running 4 days a week and do it like very, you know, during the middle of the day, and something like that. I don't know. What I really need to do is I need to grab all of my regulars and grab them into Discord and talk to them and say, listen, what works for you, so that if I change around my schedule, I don't lose you guys. Because, you know, we've made some pretty cool friends because of this, and I want to keep it that way. You know what I mean? But I mean, if you look at it that way, if I start doing things a lot earlier, then the European crowd that is usually here for the very tail end of my stream might be able to join us a little sooner and push that up a little bit. So, if you're here and you're not here, then thank you for hanging out. Thank you for lurking. If you're not really here, and if you are really here, then sorry, I'll see you in a minute. I'm on Discord, so you know how to get a hold of me. I will be back on Wednesday. Sarg, I think you're going to be here on Wednesday, hopefully, and we'll probably figure out something to do. It'll more than likely be GTA, but that's when we draw a crowd for that. So I'll stick it to that day. I'm going to close this on something that Sarg, you may or may not know already. I got a reply back about Dungeons 3 that is currently pre-release, but under NDA. So if you pick it up, know that you are downloading and buying something that you will be told afterwards that you have signed up for a non-disclosure agreement. That should be the other way around. It kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, but I got a reply. They said that they were talking about removing the NDA, and that streamers should be able to stream it soon. I think that's one of the way that it was put. I'll have to read it exactly again, but the short of it is, as soon as the NDA is lifted, I'm going to be streaming Dungeons 3, because I'm going to tap a toe across the line here and say it's hysterical. Anybody that didn't know that just because of its title, then you don't know what it is, and it wouldn't affect you anyway. So, on that note, I will say to thee, get off my lawn!